Are leg cramps stealing your sleep? Do your legs tighten up out of nowhere, leaving you helpless and in pain? Seniors, this isn't just aging, it's your body crying for help. What if the solution was as simple as adding 3 powerful vitamins to your day? In this video, we'll reveal the top 3 vitamins that fight leg cramps naturally and safely, backed by science and trusted by doctors. Don't ignore the signs. Your legs deserve freedom, comfort, and strength. Stay tuned till the end to get the full picture, because your best step starts now. Like, watch, understand, subscribe and share. 1. Magnesium. Magnesium, often known as the relaxation mineral, is a true game changer when it comes to senior leg health. It may be small in size as a nutrient, but its impact on your muscles, nerves, and overall comfort is massive. For seniors dealing with painful leg cramps, often in the middle of the night or after a walk, the experience can be more than just physically painful. It can also be mentally exhausting, emotionally frustrating, and deeply discouraging. You may wonder, why is this happening to me? Why are my legs betraying me when I just want to rest? The answer might lie in this powerful but underconsumed mineral, magnesium. This essential mineral is responsible for over 300 critical functions in the body, and one of its most important roles is regulating muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough magnesium, muscles can become hyperactive, stiff, or even lock up, causing the dreaded cramp that makes you jolt out of bed in agony. That's because magnesium helps balance calcium, another mineral involved in muscle function. While calcium causes muscles to contract, magnesium helps them relax. Without enough of it, your muscles are stuck in a state of tension, unable to release properly. And that's the exact situation that causes so many of those tight, cramping episodes in the legs, especially at night. Shockingly, many seniors are magnesium deficient and don't even know it. The signs can be subtle at first, maybe some twitching, stiffness, irritability, or trouble sleeping. Over time, these signs become more intense and frequent. Muscle cramps start appearing, sleep gets worse, fatigue sets in, the legs begin to feel unpredictable, unreliable. This is your body's way of waving a red flag. But because magnesium isn't as popular or talked about as calcium or vitamin D, it often goes unnoticed in the health conversation. That needs to change, especially for seniors who are at higher risk for deficiency. Why is this deficiency so common in older adults? First, digestion and absorption naturally decline with age. Even if you're eating enough magnesium-rich foods, your body might not be absorbing it efficiently. Second, many common medications, especially diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, antibiotics, and blood pressure drugs, can deplete magnesium levels in the body. It's a silent drain. And third, modern diets are often low in magnesium due to processed foods and mineral-depleted soils, meaning even healthy meals may lack the full punch of nutrients they once had. Now think about this. Magnesium isn't just involved in cramp prevention. It plays a role in heart rhythm, blood sugar regulation, mood stability, nerve transmission, and bone strength. That's right, dude, bones. You've likely heard of calcium for bone health, but magnesium is its essential partner. Without magnesium, calcium can't be properly used, and this can lead to not just cramps, but even calcification in soft tissues, something you definitely don't want. So magnesium isn't just a leg health nutrient, it's a whole body wellness mineral. And now that we've explored the powerful role of magnesium, get ready, because next up is potassium, the cramp fighter that works hand in hand with magnesium to keep your muscles smooth, steady, and strong. Potassium is especially important for balancing hydration and nerve signals, and it may be the exact mineral you've been missing. You won't want to miss what comes next, so stay tuned. 2. Potassium. Potassium is often called the cramp fighter, and for good reason. It's one of the most essential electrolytes in the human body, and yet, it's frequently overlooked, especially in older adults. When seniors experience leg cramps, spasms, or painful tightness, particularly at night, there's a very high chance that low potassium levels are silently contributing to the problem. Potassium works closely with sodium, calcium, and magnesium to keep your nerves and muscles functioning smoothly. But here's the key: without enough potassium, your muscles can't relax properly after a contraction. That's what causes that sudden, painful cramping sensation in the legs, calves, or feet. Most people think cramps are just part of aging, but that's not always true. A lack of potassium might be what's stealing your mobility, your sleep, and your comfort. Potassium plays a huge role in nerve signal transmission, muscle contraction, heart rhythm, and fluid balance. Seniors are especially vulnerable to potassium imbalances. not just because of diet, but also due to medications like diuretics, water pills, blood pressure drugs, or laxatives. These meds can drain potassium levels over time, often without warning symptoms until something serious like a cramp, weakness, or even heart irregularity occurs. Now, here's something many people don't know. The recommended daily intake of potassium is about 2,500 to 3,000 milligrams for seniors, but most people are only getting around 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams, a big gap that matters more than you'd think. Why is this so crucial for your legs? Because potassium regulates how your muscle cells communicate. Without it, those muscle cells become irritable and overly reactive, which is exactly what leads to spontaneous cramps. It's like your muscles are calling out for help, and potassium is the missing peace offering they're not getting. So how do you know if you're low in potassium? Unfortunately, the signs can be sneaky. Frequent muscle cramps, fatigue, constipation, irregular heartbeat, tingling sensations, or even just feeling generally weak are all potential red flags. If you've been feeling any of these, and you've ruled out other major causes, it may be time to take a serious look at your potassium levels. One thing, if you have any question or problem, then comment and subscribe for new updates. Have you ever asked yourself, could my leg cramps be because of something I'm not eating enough of? If that question hits home, leave a comment below. You're definitely not alone, and your story might help someone else. 2. Foods high in potassium include bananas, oranges, avocados, sweet potatoes, spinach, white beans, apricots, coconut water, and even plain yogurt. But here's where it gets tricky for seniors. Sometimes digestive issues, medication side effects, or simply a loss of appetite make it hard to eat potassium-rich foods consistently. That's why many healthcare providers recommend potassium supplements, but they must be taken carefully and under supervision, because too much potassium, especially for those with kidney issues, can be dangerous. The key is balance, not extremes. So now that we've explored how potassium helps your muscles recover and relax, you might be wondering, what else can I add to support my legs even more? Well, you're in for something even more powerful in the next section, because up next we're going to talk about a vitamin that not only fights cramps, but also protects your muscles and strengthens your bones at the same time. That's right, next, we dive into the magic of vitamin D. 3. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but for seniors, it might as well be called the muscle saver or cramp protector. As we age, our bodies naturally slow down in producing and absorbing this crucial vitamin, which silently leads to stiffness, cramps, and even chronic leg discomfort. Most people think vitamin D is only about bones, but the truth is far more powerful. Vitamin D plays a vital role in muscle contraction, nerve communication, and the regulation of calcium and phosphorus, all of which are necessary to prevent those sudden, painful leg cramps that strike without warning, often at night. Let's understand why this matters. Your muscles don't work in isolation. They're part of a coordinated system that relies on electrical signals, mineral balance, and structural support. Vitamin D is at the core of all three. It helps your body absorb calcium, a key mineral involved in muscle contraction. Without enough calcium absorption, your muscles may start misfiring, causing spasms, twitches, or those sharp cramps that jolt you awake. But here's the hidden link. If you have low vitamin D, your calcium levels can drop even if you're eating enough calcium-rich foods. That means a glass of milk or calcium tablet won't do much unless vitamin D is there to help deliver it. Now, let's go even deeper. Scientific research shows that over 60% of adults over the age of 65 are vitamin D deficient, especially those who live in areas with less sunlight or spend more time indoors. That's more than half of seniors living with an invisible disadvantage. This deficiency doesn't just lead to fragile bones, it directly affects muscle tone, strength, and nerve coordination. When vitamin D levels fall below 20 nanograms per milliliter, the risk of chronic cramps and muscle pain significantly increases. In fact, some studies have found that people with optimal vitamin D levels report 30 to 40% fewer muscle cramps, especially in the lower limbs. But why does this happen more with age? Because as we grow older, the skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight decreases by up to 50%, and the kidneys, which convert vitamin D into its active form, also become less efficient. Add to that dietary restrictions, limited mobility, or medications that interfere with absorption, and you've got a perfect storm for low vitamin D. and a higher chance of waking up with stabbing leg pain at 2 a.m. That's a terrible way to live, and the good news is, it's preventable. One of the best sources of vitamin D is, of course, sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun exposure on your arms and legs can help your body produce a healthy dose. But for many seniors, especially in colder climates or who are mostly indoors, this isn't always realistic. That's why supplementation becomes essential. The general recommendation for seniors is around 800 to 2,000 IU, international units, per day, depending on your current blood levels and overall health. But before you jump into taking a supplement, always consult your doctor to check your vitamin D levels through a simple blood test. This helps in personalizing your dosage and avoiding any risk of oversupplementation, which can lead to calcium buildup. Still wondering how exactly this connects to cramps? Here's the biology in simple terms. Muscles need calcium to contract and magnesium to relax. Vitamin D ensures your body can absorb and regulate calcium efficiently. Without it, calcium floats around unused or settles in the wrong places, like joints or arteries, causing pain or tightness. So, if your legs feel like they lock up unexpectedly, it could be a signal from your body that your vitamin D is running low. Leg cramps in seniors aren't just frustrating, they're often signals that the body is lacking essential nutrients. As we've seen, magnesium-rich spinach helps muscles relax and prevents spasms naturally. Sweet potatoes, loaded with potassium, support fluid balance and proper nerve function, making them excellent for calming restless legs. And though often overlooked, mushrooms exposed to UV light offer a rare plant-based source of vitamin D, essential for calcium absorption and overall muscle health. Together, these three natural foods work as a powerful trio to reduce cramps and restore mobility. Alongside the core vitamins we discussed, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin D, adding these vegetables to your diet gives your body the building blocks it needs to move freely and without pain. Small, daily changes in nutrition can lead to big improvements in how you feel and function. Remember, your legs carry your story. Treat them with care, strength, and nourishment. Thanks for watching, and take your next step toward leg health today.